Oh, you are shocking, the pair of you.
I wish we had your
I
voiceover
just
up
wish
there.
you could have heard the commentary that went on during that montage then. Sanjeev going, back a shot, I'm in the back a shot there, brief close-up, back a shot, ear shot.
And my favourite bit, however, was the "did I leave the gas on" face. So that's the face that you pull when you...
That's a professional term. It's a very important term that all actors... you have to learn that to become an actor. Did I leave the gas on? I think I left the gas on. I left the gas on.
Yeah. And this is hard because I don't know how much you can tell us without giving too much away.
Yeah, yes, some.
Poker face.
The great thing about the A4 sheet of paper that we're given is that I try to read it before I come to do any interview and then immediately forget it as soon as you sit down. But the idea of it basically is that the audience, hopefully experience it in the same way that me and Sanjeev did the first time we read it. And it's not so that I mean, there are shocking revelations, but it's not shock for shock's sake. It's just so that you go along with us and the audience discovers with us. All of it.
I thought you were really worried.
But we're on television now.
Sorry, that's that.
No, people that can do... Always.
Be honest.
No, straight.
Whether you're going to have a chemistry or not. That's the
yeah.
thing. That's what you were worried about, weren't you? You were worried about something.
Worried about it.
Wait a minute, did I leave the gas on?
No, but we got on from the beginning, from the read-through.
I can tell.
Yeah.
We did.
No, you really can.
You should do. They are. And one woman screaming across the central line, "I wish you'd have been my divorce lawyer," laughing her head off. But thinking maybe I could have got her a better financial deal by the end of it.
Yes, the suits, the power suits, the high heels, all of that.
Yeah, very powerful.
So you would have had to be taken out to do all of this.
Yes.
You know, to get all these clothes.
Yes.
I know for a lot of women that would be an amazing thing to do. I would... No. I'm not very good at shopping.
Actually, I didn't have to go out shopping. I was taken to the super wardrobe room that Sister Pictures created, where the first time round, where there were rails and rails of these clothes, and I felt so intimidated.
Totally.
And rows of beautiful shoes, and I felt like first time round I felt like I was failing the designer because he would show me these amazing shoes, and I would just think they're going to hurt. They're just going to hurt all day.
Yes, especially if you're on your feet all day filming.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah, but now, I mean, second time round, actually, I went, our designer this year, lovely Ellie, took me into a room. She did it all in one day, and it was a delight.
Yes. And Anne, you went to see Anne in Cabaret, didn't you, in New York?
I did. I was working in New York a few years ago, and on my first day there, Annie was doing her cabaret show. And I ran over there with another actress, and we sat and sobbed in this
lovely.
Beautiful New York downstairs bar with Annie singing "The Party's Over." I was in pieces, in absolute pieces.
And Unforgotten's coming back too?
I'm filming that at the moment.
Right.
Which is really frightening, Lorraine.
How so?
Because when you finish jobs, you know, it's OK, you can manage to work out how you're going to talk about them to not give anything away. Right. But because we're actually doing...
you've got to be careful.
I've got so many things that I want to say. People that I was interviewing yesterday that I sort of want to... It's so good.
No, it is.
And The Split, but now Nicola Walker is back on our screens in one of our favourite shows, Unforgotten.
The force, she's trying to keep someone quiet then for a second.
Scare, give us a well.
Who are you mugging in there? Who are you keeping quiet?
No, myself.
Really?
Literally just myself.
All right, we'll continue with your introduction. The Force tonight at 9 on ITV. We'll be talking to Nicola. The worst thing for you is actually keeping the secret, isn't it? I mean, you are always terrified that you are just going to give it away.
Yeah, I mean, this is nervous energy you're seeing here on Zoom. Yeah, my mantra this morning when I woke up, so we were talking about mantras in the early segment, was, Nicola, do not tell who the killer/killers is. That is my mantra on repeat at the moment.
It's a big one.
Just stop.
It's huge. Because you'd spoil it so much for so many people, and I've always felt that with Unforgotten. But I don't tell my dad. I don't tell my brother. I tell no one. Out of just, it really is quite a huge fear of mine that it'll just blurt out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, please
I want to tell you.
No, please. That's why. We know how rubbish you are at it, which is why we're not asking any probing questions about the plot line.
No. In fact, I'm going to keep you safe and step away from that. And
No, we had a Zoom meeting, because I'm in Glasgow at the moment, I'm not at home. So we had a Zoom meeting last week where Abby Morgan gave us an outline of the story. So I do know a bit what happens to everybody and what happens to Hannah and Nathan. And oh yeah, it's going to be painful, really painful.
Oh, excellent.
I don't want to ask anything because I'm so
No,
behind.
because
I
you'll
need
wreck
to
that
just-
as well.
I know, I won't.
It's another one.
Yes.
See, I walk around with all these things that I'm not allowed to say.
Yeah.
How was your birthday? You had a lockdown
Brilliant.
birthday, didn't you?
I did. I loved it. I absolutely loved it because it was, it's the big one. I turned 50 and I think you're meant to, there's some sort of unwritten law, isn't there? You're meant to have a huge party. I can't think of anything worse. And it was really the only good thing to come out of lockdown for us as a family was we did exactly what we wanted to do that day. It was my husband and my son and me and my, our dog. And we went for a 3-hour walk. And it was fabulous. I didn't get, cards with big 50 on. I was thrilled. The whole thing was delightful.
ITV. Thank you very much.
Take care. Bye.
Thank you.
Well done. You didn't give anything away. Oh, she's switching us off already. Look at that. Look how quickly she leaves a conversation. Yeah, bye. Yeah, see ya. See ya.
We are forgotten.
Yeah, look, she's going for it again.
I'm not.
You can turn us off.
Great talking to you. Thanks very, very
Incredibly
much.
nice to meet you.
Don't say that. You can't say that at the end.
I'm slightly starstruck.
That's why Andrew needed to take the week off to recover. Nicola Walker there.
Who was that? Yeah, on the first day when we were shooting, the director, we'd done about 2 scenes, and it was a scene with Rosie, who plays an oncology nurse, and the director looked over the camera and said, "Are you okay?" It's that nervousness when something has gone well.
Of course.
You come back and just think, oh, the bar is here.
Yeah.
And you just want to keep that up or take everyone somewhere different. But it was okay after about 2 days. And when
But it was fine.
Sanjeev arrived, because he wasn't there filming for the first week.
Were you standing there looking at your name and lights in Broadway? Because that's like the dream.
Yeah, I did it. I did all that. I stood outside the theatre, took the pictures, sent them home to my family. It wasn't anything I ever thought I'd get to do. So it was a proper. It wasn't a dream I'd had because I didn't even really dare to think that might happen. And I absolutely loved it. And Mark and Russell, amazing cast. And me and Phoebe Fox, we played mother and daughter. And we had a dressing room together. And when we arrived, we had 2 dressing rooms, but we turned one of the dressing rooms into a bar called the Fox and Walker.
Excellent.
And
excellent.
we shared our dressing room.
I love that. I think in fact, that's what has to happen.
Yes, I think
that should be the law.
Always
Have your
have
own
a
bar?
bar dressing room.
But it was Sue Perkins that kind of, you and Sue are really good mates, aren't you? She kind of, not set you on the path, but I guess in some ways she did.
We met at university. On my first day at uni, Sue was meant to be my college mother, which means that she was meant to look after my moral well-being and my general...
Not take you drinking or anything.
my general health and happiness. And she certainly did that. And she was also heavily involved in Footlights and said, why don't you come to... They called them smokers. Why don't you come to a smoker? Which was people trying out material.
Oh, right, OK.
So it is very much down to Sue, really.
That's
that
amazing.
I got involved with drama at uni, and I was always too scared to get up and do any stand-up. So I think I was given the role of Falconer, which sounds impressive, but it translates as the person who cleans up after the smokers. I would clean up all the beer cans and
Oh, nice.
bag
Oh,
butts.
isn't showbiz marvellous?
Really glamorous.
Really good introduction to that.
Yeah.